Hello children, in this video we'll learn about chapter number 1 of geography, that is environment. In this chapter we will be discussing about what is environment, what are the components of environment and what is ecosystem. So let's start with what is environment. Environment is sum of all natural and man-made things present all around us. In simple terms, whatever we see in our surroundings, such as sun, trees, table, animal, lamp, etc., are collectively called as environment. The term environment is derived from French word environneur, which means neighborhood. It is our basic life support system. That is because it provides the air we breathe, the water we drink, the land where we live, and the food we eat. Now let us talk about the component of the environment. There are three components of the environment, that is natural environment, human-made environment, and human environment. First, let us talk about what is natural component of environment. All those things which are provided by nature and which also surround us will form the natural environment. For example, water, air, land and living things. Next is human-made environment. All those things which are made by human will come in human-made environment. For example, buildings, parks, bridges, roads, monuments, industries, etc. Now we'll talk about the next component of the environment, which is human. It includes an individual, that means yourself, your family, your community, your religion, your education, your economic and political situation. There are two factors of natural environment, biotic and abiotic. Now what is biotic and abiotic? Those components of environment which have life will come in the biotic component of the environment. For example, plants and animals. And those components of the environment which do not have life will come in the abiotic component of the environment. For example, land, air, water, etc. Now let us discuss about the domains of the environment. There are 4 domains of natural environment, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Lithosphere. The word lithosphere is derived from the Greek word lithos, which means rock. It is the outermost solid surface or the hard top layer of the earth. It is an irregular surface made up of rocks and minerals and covered by a thin layer of soil. Mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. are various landforms of lithosphere. Landforms of lithosphere are found over the continents and on the ocean floors. The lithosphere is the domain that provides forests, grasslands for grazing, land for agriculture and human settlements. It is also a source of mineral wealth. The next is hydrosphere. The word hydrosphere is derived from Greek word hydro, which means water. It is a domain of water that comprises various sources of water and water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. This domain is essential for all living organisms for survival. The next one is atmosphere. The word atmosphere is derived from the Greek word atmos, which means steam or vapor. It is a thin layer of gases that surround the earth due to gravity. It seals the planet like a blanket and protects us from the vacuum of space. It protects us from harmful rays and scorching heat of the sun. It is basically an envelope of gases like nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, etc., including dust and water vapor. The atmospheric changes influence the weather and climate on the earth. The next is the biosphere. The word biosphere is derived from the Greek word bios, which means life. It is constituted by all living organisms. It is also called as living world. It is a narrow zone of earth where land, water and air interact with each other to sustain lives. Now we'll talk about the ecosystem. The word ecosystem is derived from the Greek word oikos, which means home. All plants, animals and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. Often they are also interdependent on each other. This relation between the living organisms as well as the relation between the organisms and their surroundings like air, water, soil, light, temperature, etc. form an ecosystem. Ecosystem can be as huge as a large rainforest, mountain, grassland, desert, ocean, and can be as small as a lake or a pond. The next is human environment. Human beings interact with environment and modify it for their adaptation and need. This modified environment is called human environment. Modification in the environment doesn't take place instantly. Early humans were adapted to natural surroundings, leading a simple life. With the passage of time, their needs grew. Humans learned new ways to use and change environment. Growing crops and domestication of animals are some such ways. Humans learned to lead a settled life. Wheel was invented, surplus food was produced. Barter system also emerged. Trade started and commerce developed. Industrial revolution enabled large-scale production. Transportation became faster. Information revolution and communication made communication easier and speedy across the world. Both humans and environment are interrelated. Thus, a perfect balance is necessary between the natural and human environment. Human beings must learn to live and use their environment in a sustainable and harmonious ways. Children, there is an interesting fact you should know that the World Environment Day is celebrated on 5th of June every year. So, with this, we have come to an end of this chapter. In the next video, we will continue with a new chapter. Thank you.